YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from ShouldIGetIt.com, and before we get into this review of the GT43, you have to know 3 pieces of backstory about me. 1, I'm a photographer, so I constantly need to move a lot of photo equipment around so that I can build sets on location for my clients, whether I'm shooting product, shooting another car, or shooting portraits of someone. 2, I get to experience a lot of cars. I write articles for Autowise.com, I make car review videos here, and I also have a series called Answered where I interview the owners of really cool cars like a 1974 BMW 2002, a whole bunch of cars, so I've experienced the entire spectrum of vehicles, and I'm very lucky to do that, which means it takes a really great car to get me this excited, and I am pumped. And third, I learned how to use Microsoft PowerPoint in the 8th grade, and ever since then, I've been using it as a negotiating tool for myself, and it's worked pretty well. Some of my favorite PowerPoints were why Ben should get a PlayStation 3 for his birthday, how getting a dog is good for a family and teaching kids discipline. Now here's where the 2021 Mercedes-AMG GT43 gets involved in the story. You see, Mercedes lent me this gorgeous GT43 for just a week. I usually enjoy the cars I review a lot, but there's always a but. This car is too low, this car doesn't have enough space, this car is really bad on gas, this car is hard to park. Whatever it is, there's usually a but. Except for the GT43. Maybe I'm just over fantasizing about owning one, but so far in the week I've spent with it, it checks every single box I could ever think of for a car. And this key for this GT43 AMG might not be Mercedes's that much longer. I'm planning on buying this car, this exact car. Now it won't be soon because I want to buy a house first, but I'm going to make a PowerPoint right now for my future wife explaining why I would want to buy a GT43 AMG. So rule number 1 of any presentation, know your audience. First slide, dear future wife, you are so pretty. Also, I'm currently at the dealer signing for a new car, which is also very pretty. So let's start with the practicality and utility because she'll want to know, all right, but why would you get this car? What's so good about it? Well, this car fits everything that I need. I can fit an entire photo studio into it, and when we have a kid or kids, we could fit a stroller in the back. We could also do Costco family runs and road trips, and it's fantastic. Speaking of the road trips, this car has all-wheel drive and can get 25 miles to the gallon, so that's pretty good. It's got autonomous driving that works really well. The radar cruise control and lane keeping assist really impressed me. And it also has really nice voice activation features like turning on the ventilated seats. Hey Mercedes, turn off the heated seats.
I'm switching off the seat heating.
Or even seat kinetics to get your blood flow going so your butt doesn't fall asleep on long road trips. It's really easy for anyone to drive. It's got various driving modes, so you could do individual and make the engine power reduced, or you could do Sport Plus to get the loudest, fastest, stiffest ride, and it feels like 2 cars in one. And also, for being such a sporty feeling and looking car, it's actually not too low. You can go down driveways straight and you can go over speed bumps and you're not going to scrape the front lip, so you don't need to worry too much about it. So this car is extremely comfortable. It's got seat kinetics like I mentioned, and it even has an air fragrance system in it. So if we have some bad Mexican food during a road trip, it actually won't smell that bad in the car because it's got air quality and air fragrance controls. You can even put this little air fragrance bottle in the glove box so that it sprays a nice scent. And most importantly, this car makes me smile. And it makes me smile on any type of road. Whether it be a curvy road or a straight road, this car is great. For 4,300 pounds and how long it is, it doesn't feel that big at all when you're driving it on a road like Angeles Crest or Mulholland here in Los Angeles. And when you're getting on the freeway on-ramps or at a red light and then using launch control, it feels like a beast. The GT43 AMG is really like 2 cars in one. Flick it into individual or comfort mode with the controller on the steering wheel and you have a very nice, smooth, luxurious ride. Flick it to Sport Plus or just open the exhaust with the small thumb button that they have there, and all of a sudden the beast has awakened. And when it comes to the looks, well, just look at it. There is not a single person I showed this car to throughout the week that didn't make a comment on how beautiful the car is, and especially saying that the car is beautiful from every angle. From the front, it's very macho and aggressive looking. From the side, it's gorgeous and sleek, especially with these wheels from the GT43 AMG. And from the rear, with that spoiler that you can manually control, it just looks fantastic. So, overall, I can't think of a better car that does all this. It fits all my photo equipment. It's got all-wheel drive for road trips. It has a beautiful look. It drives really well in terms of comfort and sportiness. It can get 25 miles to the gallon, and if you put your foot down, it's a whole ton of fun. So, if anyone asks me, why did you buy a GT43 AMG? I'm just going to say, watch the video, and then text them this link. So I'm glad you watched this video. I really appreciate your support here on the channel. And thank you, Mercedes, for letting me fall in love with the GT43. See ya.